All right, we're recording. We're live.
Let's
Well,
get it.
we will be live. We're
Almost
pre-live. Yeah.
We're not live, but we are live.
Exactly. Same, but different, but still the same.
Exactly. I'm going to be looking up here for a minute. I have like these monitors going all over the place.
Bro,
So,
you and me both.
yeah. Well, I don't have as many as you. I just have two, but they're pretty massive. So it works out. So what's
Right
up,
on,
bro?
brother.
How's everything been, man? How are you holding up in this quarantine, bro?
I'm good. I was sick. Don't worry. Not COVID. Just got like the fucked up flu. So like I could breathe just fine. I just felt like death. So, you know.
The people are happy that you're back to normal, brother.
I am too, man. Well, in this video, it's all about the people. So you are your video consulting, video marketing, branding specialist. And we've got a lot of small business owners that are going to be seeing this and a lot of employees of small businesses. And we're just trying to give like resources, motivation, tips, tricks, strategy, things you've done, things that you know about that could help people through these times.
Well, right now, it's challenging times for sure, but it's also very unique in the sense where people are home and they are bored. So finding a nice balance between providing value and entertainment is going to be really big. And since people are home, they're able to see your content. It's getting pushed around a lot better. So Instagram's doing a really good job with their algorithm, making sure people are seeing your content. Facebook's doing the same. So what that means for you as a business owner is you really should start leveraging, being creative, like finding ways to speak to your target audience and your prospects rather than just saying, hey, I still run a business and I want to sell to you. Maybe try to think outside the box and come out with a way where you can maybe entertain them a little bit during these challenging times and still have like your message at the same time, if that makes sense.
So what would you recommend? Like, because obviously, if you want to go big and professional, you hire somebody like you, right? Like you get a whole film crew or an animated video. But during this, when people are a little tight on money or maybe they're worried until they take advantage of the new COVID relief bill, which, by the way, if you guys haven't look into, there's tons of ways to basically get free money as a company to help hire employees.
Yeah. So to answer your question, I would say like there's like tools out there. Facebook Live is big. Like you'd want to take advantage of some of that downtime. Go live, talk to people, have these conversations open-ended, much like how we are right now. Having those sessions, maybe invite another person in or another business owner in and leverage their audience and their platform as well. And that's a really nice way to market your brand. And with Facebook Live, right now, like I said, everyone's home. So it's definitely something that is extremely popular right now. I don't know the numbers, but there's people like DJs and stuff going live, getting like hundreds of thousands of people just hanging out, listen to music, to listen to them play music, So like that's a creative way that they're doing it, but the same can be applied to like your business as well. So that's just one aspect. Obviously like TikTok is really popular right now. People are making like trending videos through there. And then just, trying to be creative, like making video. They don't have to be the most polished. Right now you can even showcase a little personality. Everyone else is under quarantine, so maybe you can use that and play that into like an ad or something of the sort. It doesn't have to be anything too, professional looking or anything like that. Right now the main goal is to be relatable. Everybody's going through this situation, so you want to let people know that you are also going through the same situation. You're relatable, and that builds to your trust and your credibility online. So
now let's kind of pivot a little bit. We touched on like how a small business owner and or executive could benefit from Facebook Lives and social media and stuff right now. How could somebody who maybe lost their job find a way to make a side hustle or make some income or even find other employment opportunities by using the same methods while they're locked down in their home for 2, 3, 4 weeks?
So that's a really good question. In terms of making money online, the name of the game is really just to be consistent. So unfortunately, it's not something that you just pick up like today and tomorrow you're like, hey, I'm gonna start making money online. Unfortunately, it doesn't quite work that way.
I know that. I know that
Yeah.
more than most people. Yeah.
Yeah. But what you could definitely do is you can leverage, hashtags, the community Facebook groups. Right now with all this virtual stuff going on, Facebook groups are very, very huge. There's people in business groups that are looking for referrals. So if you can connect one person to another person, you might be able to make a commission or some type of referral fee off of that. I know a lot of people that do things like that too. They just spend a lot of time just hooking up point A to point B, two people.
And how could video or Facebook Live come into play to help with that?
So if you go on and you broadcast what your issues are, you talk to people, the people will, respond back and they'll tell you, so, leveraging going on live and saying, hey, look, I'm a human. I got laid off. This is exactly what's going on to me. You'd be surprised how much people will see that, share that, send it to someone else, and someone else might see it and they might say, hey, look, I got an opportunity for you. Just a matter of fact, I was on Facebook the other day and a guy made a post. It was a video about how he got laid off. But it was very creative because it was a video of somebody kicking a can to the curb and he put his face on the can and it was like him getting kicked and it was like, and he got kicked to the curb. Literally, it was hilarious. A way to make light of a shitty situation. But it got like hundreds of shares, and a local business guy ended up reaching out to him and offered him a job to work from home. After seeing that video. So like
that's awesome.
An example of how like that happened. So yeah, I would just say being vulnerable right now and trying to be relatable is what's going to be your biggest saving grace in this time right now.
Awesome. And then any smartphone apps, any websites to go to, any tools that you think would be helpful?
I'm going to tell you the name of this app. So there's a couple apps that I do like to use. One is like a video editor app. So this is kind of the way it looks. Let me see if I can show you. Hang on. It's this one right here. I don't know if you can see this one right here.
Yep.
It's called Video Editor. If you just type in video editor.
Not a creative name at all.
Yeah, literally. It's like the most basic of names ever. And then there's one that I really like. It's called Moment. And basically what that does is it's like a professional grade, like customizable control for your phone. So basically like on a regular phone, you can take a video by hitting start and stop. But if you use this app, you have control over your shutter speeds, your apertures, slow-mo, 4K, like you name it. Mm-hmm. And, it's definitely mirrors a professional grade camera and it's right here on your phone. And that app is really, really nice. There's another one that I use. I just started using this. It's called Splice right here. I've even pulled it up for you guys.
Video editor and maker.
Right. And so what this does is it has like pre-made content already on your already there, and you pretty much just shoot and slap a bunch of their templates on your video. All of this stuff, like that app is free. It's got some in-app purchases or whatever, but they're really cheap. You could do this all from your phone, your tablet, make a little bit of a polished look, send it off. And like I said, it doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to work. It just has to be relatable and has to get your message across.
Perfect. And people can download most of these for free, I assume.
Yeah, so they're free apps. Where they get you is they normally have like some type of a upsell inside the app, generally. Mm-hmm. Like the Moment app that I mentioned before. Mm-hmm. It's a free app to use. I paid for it's like $4 to use.
Yeah, you got it for me when I was down in Orlando.
Yeah. So exactly that app right there. I don't know if you've used it, but I use it very often.
This thing's freaking killer.
Yeah. So it's full controls. You can do a lot of stuff, and you invest a little bit into your cell phone, like video capabilities, and you'd be surprised what you can achieve. You can go to Best Buy and buy a DJI Osmo gimbal for, I think it's like $160 right now. Buy one of
Okay, so
those.
I've got the Smooth, and I don't know how to use that thing to
Same thing.
save my life
Clothes,
at all.
Osmo,
Yeah.
Zion makes some. Like,
Yeah.
get any one of those gimbals, and it literally takes your videos from here to here, like literally. Maybe like within a couple like instances, you'll notice the difference.
Little advice for all you: if you pick one up, learn how to use the thing. I've had one for like a month. I still don't know how to use it, but I've invested this amount of time into figuring it out. So
Yeah, honestly, it's one of those things you just kind of mess around with it for like a couple hours, and you'll be a pro in no time. They
sweet.
make it super simple, you know. And the cool thing is, like, you can get really creative with some of the stuff. I've seen some really awesome stuff that, you know, people have been putting out. You know, you can selfie mode it. You know, you can, you know, kind of turn it in different angles and run, jump. You know, it's a lot of stuff.
Awesome. Anything else that you think would benefit for people to help kind of get their mind right, feel better, find resources? You talked about how you can find a job using video and social media during these times. How about how to like keep your job and keep performing and maybe help the company you work for during this time?
Yeah.
Any advice
So
there?
like going back real quick, just to backtrack, in terms of finding a job, I've seen some really creative people that have made a video resume instead of like a actual like resume paper. They've had like a video of not them, but it's like an animation of them. Just random tangent. That's super creative, and that's 100% people stand out. So something to think about. But in terms of you know, how to add more value with video, really it's just a matter of figuring out who you're talking to and going after it. So like if you are in, you know, like whatever space you are in, you know, just knowing your audience. If you work for like a pharmacy or something like that, I don't know, real estate, you know, like how can I add more value in real estate? Okay, well, let's talk about doing more virtual tours. You know, like we're in a time where people can't be around each other, so let's virtually take them there. Let's add in some commentary of these houses, so they're not just seeing the house, but we're telling them about it too. So it's auditory and visual, you know. And let's invest maybe into some 3D renderings, you know, or there's so much that you can do to add value. You know, now is the time to really take initiative and try to, you know, those ideas that maybe you had before and you were like, didn't want to bring them out. Now would be a really good time to roll those out, because at this point in time, a lot of businesses are suffering. So any type of creativity or any type of, you know, innovation that you could bring to the table is definitely going to be welcome by far, for sure.
Awesome. Well, you heard it from Leandro himself. I failed to mention this earlier, so I'm going to mention it now. He's CEO and founder of the Majestic Media Group. He's done recordings for me personally. He's the reason why I have that fancy thing and that pulls a green screen, and like he's stepping my game up. So I appreciate him for that. Now, for the people watching this, I know how to get a hold of you, but a lot of the people that are going to see this don't. Where can they find you? Where can they reach you? If they need your help or if they have ideas that they want to bounce off you, where can they find you?
So you can find me on Facebook. It's under Leandro Rosario. Follow us on Facebook, the company Majestic Media Group. Same thing with Instagram. It's Leandro Thomas over there. Definitely check out our online portfolio at themajesticmediagroup.com. And if you would like to reach me, you can always reach me in any of my social channels. I'm really good at writing back. Email is cool too, at Leandro at themajesticmediagroup.com.
Right on.
All right, guys. Hey, I appreciate you so much, Bryce, for having me. As always, it's always you know, really great to be here. I'm really love everything that you're doing, brother. You know, keep giving out that word, man, and we'll be back in no time.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Like always, guys, Bryce here with The Inbound Secret. Leandro, thanks for hopping on.